All right, good morning. It is 9:30, and just a reminder that we're in day 2 of March break, so kids might be coming out, which is totally okay. So today we're going to work on an intuitive flow sequence. Okay, so I'm going to stand on my mat. My eyes are closed, and I'm going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. We're going to inhale through the nose and notice the chest expand. And as we exhale, you want to notice the shoulders relax and breathing down through the soles of the feet. Taking a few more nice deep breaths. All right, let's bring those hands to heart and let's get straight into some salutations. So we're going to inhale and reach the arms up, look up, stretch the spine. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale that half, and then let's come back into that plank and straight into chaturanga on the exhale or straight down to the mat. Inhale for your cobra or upward facing dog, and then exhale into your down dog. Let's have 5 nice deep breaths here, making sure that our arms are long and that we're pushing from the knuckles and then the first finger and the thumb. Mostly those knuckles so that we're relieving any kind of pressure off the wrists. The tail is nice and high. The knees can be bent to create length in the spine, or we can work on straightening the legs. All right, let's look forward. Let's walk, step, or float. Inhale your half. Exhale to fold. And then let's inhale all the way up. Exhale, let's bring those hands down to heart. Inhale again, reach up. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale the half, and then come on out and into your chaturanga or support yourself to the mat. Inhale cobra or upward dog, and exhale into your down dog. All right, let's look forward. Let's walk, step, or float. Inhale the half, exhale to fold. And then let's inhale all the way up. And let's exhale, place the hands to heart. Inhale, let's reach up. And exhale, let's fold. Inhale the half, and then back into chaturanga. Inhale your cobra or your upward facing dog. And then exhale, down dog. Let's look forward. It's a walk, a step, or a float. Inhale your half. Exhale to fold. Remember, you can have your knees bent here. We just want to feel nice along the spine and get a little bit of a stretch here, but we don't want it to be too much. We want to warm that up. And let's inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale the half. Back into plank and straight into chaturanga on your exhale. Inhale for a cobra or an upward facing dog. Choose. Exhale into a downward facing dog. All right, let's look forward. It is a walk, a step, or a float. Inhale your half. Exhale to fold. And let's come all the way up. And let's bring those hands to heart. All right, sun salute beast. So we're going to inhale back into our little chair, squeeze the knees together, reach the arms, and then inhale all the way up. Exhale to fold. Okay, inhale the half, and let's come back. Plank chaturanga. Inhale cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale down dog. Inhale, bring the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, place the foot between the hands, back heel finds the mat, and we inhale all the way up. Lengthen the spine, make sure the hips are facing forward. Exhale, let's lower down, back into the plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, and then exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, let's place the foot. Back heel finds the mat. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down, straight into chaturanga. And then upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, let's look forward. It's a walk, a step, or a float. Inhale your half and exhale to fold. Inhale your little chair and exhale all the way up and then back to heart. Let's do that one more time, a little bit more fluid in the beginning. Inhale to come into your chair. Exhale to come all the way up and then fold forward. Inhale that half. And then we're going to come back into plank and then chaturanga, or right, whatever suits you. Inhale cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg reaches up towards the sky. Then we place the foot between the hands as we exhale. Back heel finds the mat. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale to lower down, plank, and then chaturanga. And if you can't get into chaturanga, it's really to try to kind of lower yourself as slow can to the mat if that's something that you're working on. Inhale for cobra or an upward dog, and then exhale for your down dog. Inhale the left leg all the way up. Exhale to place the foot. Back heel finds the mat. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, let's lower the hands down. Chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Let's try to bring the attention to the third eye point as we breathe. And anytime we breathe, or anytime we have a chance to close our eyes, keeping the breath full. And the inner eye gaze strong. Let's look forward. Let's walk, step, or float. Inhale for that half forward fold. Exhale for full. Inhale for your little chair. And exhale all the way up. Hands at heart. All right, let's inhale. Reach the arms up, look up, reach up, fold. Inhale the half and straight into your chaturanga. Inhale cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale into the downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to bring the right leg all the way up to the sky, and then we're going to take that take the right foot in between the hands, back heel finds the mat. Excuse me. Inhale all the way up. And then we're going to take those hands and we're going to reach them behind the back. We're going to interlace the fingers, bring the palms together if you can, and then we're going to open up the chest. Now, of course, if this isn't comfortable, you're going to just kind of do whatever it is. Maybe have the hands on the lower back or grabbing the wrists or forearms, whatever kind of allows you to open up the chest. You can even kind of just reach behind you and open up the chest. That's kind of as far as you can go. up, really open up to the sky, and we're gonna fold, gonna come towards the right knee. Arms are gonna come up. We're gonna inhale, and we're gonna come all the way up. We are going to kind of move the feet so that we're in a wide angle pose and we're looking at the side of our mat. I'm facing away from the camera. All right, so you're going to keep the arms as they are, and your toes are looking at the side mat. Your spine feels nice and tall. There's a kind of soft bend in the knee so that if you ever need to bend your knees, you can. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to fold forward. There we go. Hello. And then you're going to keep your arms up and over. Full breath. If you decide to close your eyes, inner eye gaze is at the third eye. And even if your eyes are open, you can find a drishti or put the attention on the brow point as you breathe, right? We're doing a lot of head below the heart. We're trying to kind of connect the connection of the head and the heart. If we're kind of too much in our head, that's no good. So we're just trying to open up the flow of energy between heart and head. All right, let's inhale the half, and then let's come all the way up. We're going to turn back, so kind of pivot. Then we're going to release the hands. We're going to have them find the mat. So we bend the front knee, find the mat, come back into your plank, and then into chaturanga or to the mat. And then inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. We're going to exhale into that down dog. And we're going to do a similar thing on the other side. So we're going to take the left leg and reach it up to the sky as we inhale. And then we're going to take that foot and place it between the hands. Back heel finds the mat, and we come all the way up. Sort of warrior one. The hips are looking towards the front of the mat. Spine feels long. Hands come behind us, and we interlace the fingers. Palms come together. We open up the chest. On the next time that you take an inhale, you're really going to kind of try to stretch up and open the chest and look up to the sky. And then as you take your next exhale, this time you're going to take the left shoulder towards the left thigh. Arms come up and over, and the head is below the heart. So notice how you feel. If the arms are really uncomfortable, of course, you would never have to keep them there. You can always lower them down or do whatever feels appropriate. All right, we're going to come all the way up. We're going to pivot the feet so that we're looking at the side mat. And so because we were in warrior one, you're going to notice that there's not this nice line. So you're just going to move your feet a little bit so that the feet are in this nice line. So the arch is kind of line up. Toes are around the same. Hips are square. This time we're going to place the hands on our hips. You're going to release the arms. You're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we'll do a nice forward fold. So long spine, and then you'll round. Bring the hands to the mat and just hang there for a few seconds. Notice the weight on the feet. So if they're in the front or if the weight is on the back. Also notice the side. So are we allowing the ankles to kind of just collapse and we're just putting all the weight on the outside of the feet, or can we feel a whole foot? The toes are wide and we're feeling front, back, and then we're feeling both sides of the feet equally. So not kind of like a big amount on the outside of the feet. All right, let's take a half, and then you're going to, so the spine is in half, the right hand is going to come into the center of the chest, and the left hand is going to reach up for the sky. To modify, the hand comes to the small of the back or to the, hip, whatever you want. Now trying to kind of open up from the torso, thinking of like the rib cage, the left side of the rib cage really opening up. And then we're going to lower the left hand down and do the same thing with the right, opening up the heart. All right, let's lower it down. Let's take a nice inhale, engage the core, feel the long spine, and then place the hands onto the hips. And then we come all the way up. Yeah, so we're going to heel toe, and then you're going to get to a point where you can pivot and step that back leg up. Okay, good. Let's take a nice big inhale. Let's look up and let's reach up. And let's exhale and fold forward. Let's inhale that half. And then let's come back, plank, and then chaturanga, however you want to get there. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then let's exhale into our down dog. All right, let's take the right leg all the way up to the sky again. And as we exhale, we place the right foot. And now this time, the back heel is going to stay up. So we're coming up for a high lunge. Very similar. Yeah, we're going to place the hands at the heart. And we can stay here. Or we're going to take that left elbow, and as we lean forward, we're going to twist and bring the left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Always trying to open up so that the hands eventually come to the center of the chest. And if that doesn't happen, that's super normal. And then if you can, we're aiming to look up towards the sky. All right, let's come back to center. Let's lower the hands. And let's come back to a plank, chaturanga. As you exhale, inhale a cobra or an upward facing dog, and then exhale into your down dog. You're going to inhale that left leg all the way up to the sky. And then we're going to place the foot in between the hands. The back heel stays up, so we're in for a high lunge. Lift the body, reach the arms up to the sky. The hands come together in prayer, and we bring them down to the chest. Okay, so one big thing we want to remember here is that the spine feels long, and that we're gently, at least having a gentle engagement of the core. We want to make sure that we feel like this nice long unit, so that when we lean forward, our spine is protected, especially that lower back. So we really want to engage. And then take that right elbow, and then you're going to bring it as far over to the outside of the left thigh as you can. All right, let's bring it back to center. Let's lower the hands. Let's come into a plank and then down to chaturanga or down to the mat, and then inhale cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale into a down dog. All right, we're going to lower the knees. We're going to come on to the forearms. And what I want you to do is kind of take your hands and grab your opposite elbows. Okay, so you should be able to kind of grab them. And then that's how we know we're in a good spot. So we're grabbing the opposite elbows, and then we're going to bring them back. And your hands are either going to be like so with your palms down, or you're going to, which is the traditional way, is to take the hands and interlace the fingers so you have a fist. The elbows didn't move though, right? So if I went like this again, I could grab my elbows, interlace the fingers. Then I'm going to come and curl my toes under, and I'm going to come in for dolphin. So I'm going to lift the hips up, just like a downward facing dog. I'm going to engage my core and really work out through the shoulders. So I'm not allowing the shoulders to sag. I'm engaging and I'm lifting, and then I'm going to walk my feet closer and closer and closer and closer and put the weight on the arms and the core. Good. We're going to come and walk back. We're going to lower the knees. We're going to release the arms. And then we're going to come up onto our knees. Now, for this one, we might want our blocks. Okay. And we're kind of nearing the end here so we can get into our gentle class. But I'm going to put the blocks right here in case that's something that you want. Okay. We're coming in for a nice heart opening position. So I have the knees and they're hip distance apart. And then I'm going to reach up and lengthen through the spine. Now, if I don't have any blocks and I'm unsure of the pose, I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to place them in the small of the back. I'm going to have my elbows face away. Kind of lengthen up through the spine, lift through the rib cage, and open up the heart as much as feels comfortable. If I feel like I want to go further, then I'm going to inhale, reach the spine up. I'm going to grab a block behind me, maybe just one. And then I'm going to grab the other block. Or I'm going to reach up and grab a foot and then another foot. But I'm always trying to lift from the heart. Now, if you only did one arm, you're going to come up, lengthen the spine, and then reach for the other side. And then we're all going to come up. And we're going to come into a child's pose, of course. Sit on the heels, reach the arms long, bring the forehead to the mat, or hey, to a block. Whatever you got. Focusing on that nice and deep breath. All right, we're going to come up and then we're going to finish with double pigeon. So we are going to, again, keep the focus on brow and third eye and breathe. And as we come out of child's pose, we're going to come into a cross-legged position. And this might be as far as we go. You can even go as far as just sitting on a block and just work on kind of opening up through the hips and the small of the back, right? So if we want to try to do a double pigeon, we're going to take those feet and I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to place it on top of my left. And I'm trying to get kind of almost like the shins to be in one nice line here. And as I gain some more openness or more space, then I can kind of keep moving it. Okay, so the bottom leg is straight. You can use your mat as like a little line, and the top leg is also trying to be straight. Eyes are closed when you find a spot that you can feel it in a nice way. This you would not use a block for. If you're going to do this, you do not use a block. So if you're using a block, it's just to enhance the way you sit. And we're going to take a couple of nice deep breaths. And then you're going to take those legs and you're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to so if you're in a cross-legged position and you're just working on kind of opening up, we always think in our lower back that our lower back is tight, but lots of times it's in the hips and all the places kind of around there. So if you're sitting on a block, you're just going to uncross your legs and recross your legs in a different way. And if you're going to do the double pigeon, You're going to put the right leg on the bottom this time and try to line the shin up with the mat. And then you're going to put the left leg on top. And then, of course, you're just kind of trying to bring it up as much as you can until you feel a nice little stretch. And then we close our eyes, bring the attention to the third eye point. You can even kind of, I like to kind of brush it up, almost like if I had my eyelid closed, I'm just kind of like opening up that eye, opening up the eyelid. Or if there's like a little coating over it, you're just kind of rubbing it up, bringing attention to that spot. And if you do a couple of quick movements, you kind of bring the energy there and then place the hands on the thighs. Full breath. Just notice the inhale and notice the exhale, and keep the inner eye gaze at the brow. All right, bring your hands together and rub them together. Place them at the center of the chest and give them a little push. Notice the difference. Satnam. All right, so next is gentle. And if you're going to kind of do the flow and the gentle right after each other, just remember to grab your pillows or whatever you have. All right, Satnam.